everybody. Hey everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie. 1 minute, please. Come here, baby girl. And this is my baby girl, Saki. She is a silver Yorkie, and she is, well, Saturday was her birthday, and she is about, I think you just turned 12, maybe 13. I think it might actually be 13, but she's having a little bit of a breathing issue. So I just thought that I would tell you that, or introduce you to her. She's my little piggy girl. So, I know, pretty girl. But I didn't want to leave her outside the door just because, in case she was having some issues, because she's been struggling a little bit. So, this is my little furry puppy girl, and she is Saki Tsunami Whirlwind is her official name. So, she is a purebred Yorkie, but she's non-papered because her mama got out with the Brussels Griffins, and quite a to-do. And so they couldn't be, because one of the pups in Saki's litter ended up looking like a Brussels Griffin. So that whole litter they couldn't, even though she looks just exactly like a Yorkie, and as did all other 5 puppies, they couldn't register. So anyway, this is my baby girl, and even though she was mine, Daddy is her favorite. Huh? Daddy is your favorite. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, so since you guys have met Tyr and now Saki, eventually I will bring in Heimdall. Who knows? But anyway, I just thought that I would, if you heard the piggy noises in the background, that's what it is. Speaking of Tyr, it's kind of why we're here today. As those of you who saw the previous video, and I will post it right up here in the cards, Tyr pushed a 24-ounce cup of coffee, my cup of coffee, my Death Wish cup of coffee, off my desk onto my Hobonichi Cousin Avec and my Hobonichi Mega Weeks. And I was okay. I was like, it is what it is. It's my life book. And this is my life. Cats and coffee. So, and I was fine with that. And then the weeks started pulling away from the spine, and then it started buckling underneath in this area here, in the internal pages. So it started buckling there and starting to pull away. So I had to make a decision. Do I risk this? Because I do take this with me every day. Do I risk this pulling away from the spine completely and me losing the stitches or the what are they called? The little booklets. I can't think of what each of those little, they're not seams. Anyway, if I figure it out, I'll put it down below. But, or if you know, put it down there. What each of those little packets of paper are. I didn't want to risk losing those. And so the April weeks had just come out, and I was like, you know, instead of me hating this and it getting further and further and further damaged, because even just over the couple of weeks that it's happened, it has started to pull away, and I'm just like, and see, I even made a cover for it, so I didn't even have to see the coffee stains or anything except for on those certain pages. I'm like, it's fine. I can deal with this. Yeah. What I cannot deal with is it coming apart. So, the thing that pushed me over the edge, and as those of you who know, there's a lot that would just push me over the edge. Jet Pens posted that they had certain weeks back in stock. So I bit the bullet and decided to get an April start weeks because I want to keep everything that's already in here. So this, I will just house both weeks. I will archive them together. And who knows, maybe if there's something that I decide that I want to start tracking, because there's some things happen in April that I might use the backs of this for, but I won't actually take this with me. And so it'll just sit on my desk and we'll see. But long story short, I have the Sugiyaki Weeks. It's the one with the pink little bunnies. I couldn't stand it. It was so cute. And it's lime green. Second favorite color. The only way this could be any more perfect was if the bunnies were orange. Which, that would be so awesome. But this one came with this cute little die cut. Usagi. Q-Rays Usagi. I think it's Tsuki Usagi. He's a little Japanese bunny, and I have no idea what he's saying. If you know what he's saying, please put it down below. I would love that. But that came with this. Now, with jet pens, you don't get the pen freebie because that is what comes with the orders directly from Hobonichi's website. But it also has a little different internal front page and the back page. So, and I'll show you we'll do a flip around because I'll show you what I've done in this too. So, and you can kind of see, this has the one of the covers on it. This is the tie material. I will say this. While it is adorable and so stinking cute, I have certain texture issues. And just putting my hands on, I'm like, oh, I love the feel of real silk. I do not like the feel of like polyester silk. It kills me every time I have to do it, but like some of the really cheap like running shirts, I would rather not have a shirt than God, my hair. This little piece right here just, yeah. Anyway, sorry. The some of those run shirts, the texture on it is just, oh, I can't stand to touch it. The tie material that's on the front of this, Amy cannot abide. So I took a risk, and I will know in the future that if I want this particular type of weeks, that it will always have to have a plastic cover on it because it just creeps me out touching it. But it's so cute. So it was a tie between this one, the one with the plant on it, and the baby boars, the little piglets. I really wanted that one, but they were already out. And so, amazingly enough, they had just gotten this one in. And so I was like, you know, I'm just going to bite the bullet. And so it was $26. And I did not get you can't get a cover for it, but I just pulled one of the cover-on covers from one of my older ones because this is like the third year that I've used a Weeks. And so, actually, it may actually be the fourth, but I had some other cover-on covers because I always get a brand new cover-on cover when I get a new Weeks from Hobonichi. And I swore up and down. I'm like, I tore this house apart going, I know I have an extra one. No, Amy found 2 extra A6s, but then I ended up finding another used one that I pulled off another week. So, anyway. So, also, just so you know, this is the regular Weeks. This is the Mega. I decided not to go with the Mega because the Mega doesn't come in an April start. So, I will show you the difference between a mega and a regular. And you can see it there. So the other downside is I do not have the tabs, because if, for those of you who can remember, I bought 3 sets of the tabs and alternated them for this, my Cousin Avec, and my Jabun Techo in the A5 Slim. So sadly, Amy has no tabs in this, but I've been looking on Etsy to see if there's any that I want. I mean, I have found these, but I don't want an entire set, because I like alternating the colors. And so I'm like, I don't want to buy 3 sets of them. So I've been looking at different options for tiny little tabs that are not, they don't stick out very much at all, for like these, for the river ones. So if you have any suggestions for the Hobonichi Weeks tabs, and I actually prefer the tabs up at the top, so thin and short and widthwise thin. Please link them down below, because I am looking. So with that being said, I've kept my Cousin Avec, and it's fine. All the coffee stains, whatever, it's fine. I honestly would have kept this one, but like listen. You can hear it cracking inside, and it's like breaking against the tops there. And I tried gluing it down, and it's still just warped up. And so I'm like, it just took so much coffee, and then and I think it probably would have been savable, and it would have worked fine had I not realized that the coffee was in the spine and in front of the cover, had soaked the covers. So, you know, that was the one thing. You know, the cover on cover is supposed to protect it, and all it did was make all of the liquid that got in there through there, because it was wide, it was open like that, and it just seeped in. So had it not seeped into the actual hard bound cover, I think it would have been fine, because I could have dealt with those pages, because I was like, by April 8th, it's all brand new pages again. But I just didn't want to risk this coming apart. Signatures! Signature! Tangent randomness. The signatures are the little pieces, or the little booklets that are sewn in here. I knew it would come to me. So I didn't want the signatures to come apart. And without the hard spine on it, I was just really worried. Another thing that I'm thinking about is I may dissect this one, since it's coming apart already, and see about what would it do if I put some of this in a ring binder, like a personal rings or something. I don't know. Most likely, I will use it for something else. If for nothing else, I will probably use it for at least the blank paper in the back, to do some watercoloring in here. So, you know, I don't know. But I went back through all of my other weeks that I've had for the past 3 or 4 years. And what I did is I looked at the pages in the back. I was like, if I got even close to using all of the pages, then I'll go ahead and reorder a January start Mega. No. Out of all my weeks, I used maybe a third of the pages and last year was the first year the Mega existed. And so I was like, no. So what I'm going to do is I'm in the process of, and since I already had those weeks out, pulling all of the research and data and stuff like that I had in those, and I'm going to write that all that I feel like I need, which I'm like, do you really need it? Because you didn't move it forward 2 years ago or a year ago. Do you really think you need it? I don't know. But I thought I would go through it all, catalog it, and see what I wanted to put forward into this and put it in here, and then go from there. The other option is, if I feel like I'm getting low on pages here, I do have the week's notebooks that you can order from Hobonichi. I also would consider ordering one of the Penguin Co.'s Tomoe River paper notebooks. And I think she does a week's version of it. And if not, I could get a B6 Slim and cut it down. I have a B6 Slim in the 180 pages. So, but I think she actually does do special orders, but she's on vacation right now, I think. And so once that happens, if I feel like I need to have a little bit more, that's not the mega, and I know I was the queen of get the mega regardless, but they don't do an April start mega, which is sad. But they'll fluffy bunnies make up for that, and it's in lime. So this way, next year, at the end of this year, I can decide, do I want to go ahead and jump back in January, or do I wait, see what all of the options are, because this one didn't come out until April, and see, because then I'm like, well, I'll just have 2 different orders. So we'll see how that goes. I'll make the decision then. I mean, I can tell you right now, if they come out with a freaking orange one, I'm getting it, no matter what. So let's go ahead and flip this bad boy around, and I will take you through what I did in the new one. Okay, so as you can see close up, those little bunnies are adorable, and you get the little one that has the little speech bubble, and then I've got another one here on the back, and this is the inside paper. You can already tell I was able to transfer one sticker, and it was that one from Baumkuchen. But it's so adorable there. And then you have that on the back. And then this is the die cut that came with it. And it still came with the pocket and the railway map. I put the pocket right there and put my Hobonichi stencil in it. Woohoo! So, I did a little bit of decorating and covered that up, and still not sure what I'm doing here, but that's okay. I actually have an idea, but we'll see. And then this started in March, and so really the only thing that I backfilled was March. And so I went in and filled in what I did on those days, and just did some decorating. And I was like, oh, I have all this cool stuff for, April, May, June, and then July. I was like, God, I have a whole lot more in July. And I was like, July, and I was like, oh, crap. I realized that I had my cousin Avec, and that I had not decorated July through December. I'm like, oh, well, July might be a little slim for my cousin Avec. But because what I'd done was I decorated the Avec first, and then whatever was left I put into this one. And so you can tell that was May, and this was April's. I was really sad I couldn't get those up. And then I used my 4-leaf clover there. But and the one thing I did not have is these little stickers from Coffee Monsters Co. But I did another order and ordered another one of those, and I figure that whatever I had already used in here for the months that we've already been through, January to March, then I will put in going forward in 2020. So I decorated a little bit up through July, and then I'll finish decorating August, September, October, November, December. And then this goes all the way to March, April. It goes all the way up through April of next year. So you had from March of 2018 there to April of 2019. And the spring starts Usually you start getting them in February. I think they announce them mid-February. But my original weeks was a spring start. And then I just got a new one at the end of that year. Because I didn't get it until like July, I think. But I picked one up just because I really wanted one. So what I did was, this started on February 25th. And I'm really sad that I don't have another narwhal. I'm going to have to try to find that sticker somewhere. But, because everything else I can replace, but that was sent to me by a lovely, lovely person, and you know who you are. February, like this is all February, and there was no February in here, but it started on February 25th on the weekly, and so I went back to February in here on to the 25th. And lovely coffee stain, but it was fine. But so I didn't put any of the stickers in or the washi tape. I just copied over what was done and tried to make it as close as I could, just putting the data in so I would have it. And I mean, I'm keeping this one. So, you know, there's no, I don't really need all the stickers or anything like that. The great Coffee Catastrophe right here happened right here. So, so even though I love all these stickers, I mean, I'll still have it here. But I figured that I would just backfill as much as I could. And then, I would, starting with this week, which I got this, I believe, when did I get this? Wine Bunny Weeks. I got it, I ordered it on a Monday, and then I got it on Friday. And so I got it, so I ordered it on the 18th, and I got it on the 22nd. So, and that was actually my Finding 52 for this week, was that I took 4 hours off and from work. So I only did a half day. I went and had lunch with Greg, and then I came home and just started transferring stuff. So that was my Finding 52. And it just gave me comfort to do that. And so, and this had been the week that I had put in already. And as you can tell, I did it a little bit differently. And from here on, I moved forward. So that's where I stopped here. And I'd already blocked this out. But I decided I would test a couple of different layouts. I was like, well, if I'm going to change my layout, I should do it here. And I decided not to. So this is how it's going forward. And this is the current week right here. And one thing that was very interesting is when I was like pulling stuff out of this one, I found all of these little icons and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, why am I not using those little icons? Even though I still love my, emojis and everything, but I'm like, I should use those icons more. I have tons of them. So I'm trying to go through and use all my stickers, and I have those in my cover. But obviously I took this out of the cover because I wanted to show you the happy little bunnies. So there you have it. But I will point out, I did order 3 new Yellow Paper House food journals in the pocket size because something big is coming in April. Actually, it's already started, and if you see my Instagram account, you realize that I am trying intermittent fasting. So in the month of April, I will go through and do intermittent fasting. I do the 16/8, and I've done it twice now, and I just feel so good. I'm like, okay, well, we'll see. So I'm taking a whole month just to figure it out, and I'll talk more about that when I get those in and when I'm going over some things for April. But like, I'm using these little floating emoji heads. So talking about fasting 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. And there she is right there. That was my first fast. And yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. So, And I'm not actually doing it to lose weight. I'm doing it to reset my telomeres and help with my microbiome and just increase my longevity. So it's not about weight loss as much as it is about longevity. So we'll go more into that, and I'm going to do a couple of blogs on it. So, but there you have it. And like I said, I haven't really put anything in the back yet. I did carry over my little Wonder Woman Hobonichi bookmarks from the Mega. But that's all I'm keeping in here. And the inside end papers are the same. And the same design, but you have that little extra design. So, but yeah, and that was the little sticker that came with this order from Jet Pens. So, yeah. So I'm sorry to disappoint some of you that I did not stick with this, but the only reason I wouldn't is because of it starting to peel away. And I was like, when this all started to buckle, I was like, no. So I was not willing to risk that or the signatures that are in this book. So if I decide to use this for the fasting tracking or whatever, then I will. But for right now, it's getting its little retirement party early. So, but it'll be archived with this. And so for the 2 year or for the 1 year, I'll have 2 books. So that's okay. I don't mind that. But I'm also using both of my shiitajikis in these with my little wonton in a million, and it's wonton in a million and once more with love was their lovely little sticker. So there it is. So this one is so dang cute, but again, like I said, the fabric on it just oogs me out. Texture issues, I can't help it. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will be doing a end of the March wrap up with all my books, and doing a quarterly review for you very soon, and also some comparison videos and stuff like that coming. So you will probably start seeing a couple more videos when I can do them, fitting them in, instead of just having ones on Thursday and Sunday. So I'll try to up my production as I can, and we will go from there. But have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, and as always, spend the rest of your life celebrating, and I will talk to you soon.